Today's video is a quick one, but it's a really important one. If you show up for a flight and your passport is damaged, you could get turned away from your flight. You could get turned away by a Customs and Border Patrol agent. Your travel plans hang in the balance. And here's the thing, the determination about whether or not your passport is damaged comes down to whatever customs agent or airport is looking at your passport and making that call. Sure, there's official documentation from the State Department, but it's fuzzy enough that it comes down to a pretty subjective view. So how do you know if your passport is too damaged to use? I'm going to share with you 5 things you should look for to make that determination for yourself to help guarantee that your international travel plans are not in jeopardy. And worst case scenario, you think your passport might actually be damaged, I'm going to share with you how you can get that thing replaced very fast, like tomorrow fast if you need it. And here's the thing, if it turns out that you think your passport might actually be too damaged to use, I'm going to share with you the tips and tricks to make sure you can get it replaced as quickly as possible and save your international travel plans. So here's test 1, the water test. Has your passport ever been wet? Sure, it may be dry now, but if any of the pages are wavy, or if the cover is starting to get puffy on the edges, or even worse, some of the ink is starting to get runny or something's unreadable, you can almost guarantee that at a border crossing, that passport is not going to be suitable for entry or departure. One of the most basic rules of thumb is if your passport has been wet, it's been left out in the rain, you accidentally got thrown in a pool, that passport probably isn't a document you can trust anymore. You're going to want to make sure you get that replaced before you try to use it again. Test number 2 is the photo test. The photo is one of the most important parts of your passport application. That's why so many passports get denied over passport photos that don't meet the requirements. But the photo that's in your passport has passed muster, they're cool with it. But if that has now been scratched or scribbled over, if there's any bubbling over the surface of where your photo has been, or there's any peeling on the page where your photo is located, a border official might think it's been tampered with, that your passport isn't really yours. Your passport photo must be fully attached the way the State Department did it when they issued it. No tape jobs, no glue jobs, no frayed edges of that photo page. All of these are giant red flags that you've tampered with the photo page, and your passport is absolutely going to get rejected. Plain and simple. If a border official cannot compare your face to your passport effectively, you're not getting on a plane, you're not crossing an international border with it. Test 3 is the cover test. The cover is made of a different material than the pages. It's hard, it's sturdy, it's meant to protect all the information that's inside. It's stitched in, it's not stapled, it's not glued, it's not taped. If you had to do any repairs to reattach the cover to your passport, it's not good anymore. This thing isn't valid. They're also going to be looking for things like torn edges. Is the spine intact? Sure, a little wear and tear is going to happen. You're pulling it in and out of a passport wallet or your bag, you're using it at multiple checkpoints. But once you go past that ordinary wear and tear to the point where the cover's been compromised, that also could be an indication that your passport itself has been compromised and maybe something's going on that a border official is not going to like. So if there's any damage to your passport cover, don't risk it. Replace it. Test 4 is the pages test. Flip your passport open, flip through the pages. If any have been torn, if any of them have ink that's smudged or runny, that's not a great sign. Sometimes something as simple as stamps that are overlapping or bleeding through onto each other could cause a problem if that's a stamp that a border official needs to check before they allow entry into another country. The biggest page you want to check out is your personal information page. Any damage there is going to be an instant disqualification. It is the most important piece of this document. So if you see any issues on that personal information page, the same one where your photo is, replace your passport. It's probably not going to get accepted next time you try to use it. Test number 5 is a tricky one because most of you will not be able to do this by yourself, and a lot of people who find out they fail happens when it's too late. They're at a border crossing and their passport gets scanned. Now back in the day, they would just open up the information, read that information, and try to verify it against who was standing in front of them. But now, modern passports have an RFID chip inside of them. They store biometric information to make sure the person who's holding the passport actually is the person that's standing before the border official who's trying to evaluate who they're looking at. Like all pieces of technology, they can be subject to damage. These chips are pretty durable, but again, if your passport's been subjected to water, or if it's been really roughed up, banged into, bashed, torn, bent, there's a chance that chip could have been compromised. Now, Some border officials will look at that and say, it's just a bad scan, and they'll use the information to verify your identity. But there is a chance that if your passport gets scanned and that chip doesn't register, you could be facing problems. You could be told, take a hike. So bottom line, if you have abused your passport in some way, run it over with a car, had it stuffed inside a bag where it's gotten crinkled or bent or torn or squashed, you might want to think about getting a new one. So what happens if your passport fails one of these tests? What do? Well, basically you're applying for a whole new passport because you can't renew one that is significantly damaged. So that means filling out Form DS-11, getting new photos, paying the fees all over again, and going through all the steps that a first-time applicant would go through. Except you're also going to need to fill out a statement that explains the damage to your passport. Remember, the State Department has you on record as being a passport holder, so they're going to wonder why you're applying for a new one. But what if you need to replace that damaged passport fast, like within the next 2 weeks fast? You can get an urgent replacement for a damaged passport the same way you would go about getting a new passport in less than 2 weeks. That means you're going to either schedule an appointment and visit one of the 26 regional passport agencies scattered around the United States, or hire a registered passport expediting service to go on your behalf. That could end up saving you some time, some money, and some stress. We got a whole video about that right here. Give it a click, check it out. And before we wrap up, one more quick tip. Once you get that new passport, please take care of it. Put it in a travel wallet, put it in some kind of waterproof storage. Don't throw it in your beach bag. Don't stick it in the bottom of your luggage. Don't cram it into a desk drawer. Protect it, because for the next 10 years, that travel document is going to get you wherever you need to go. It may even help you get aboard local domestic flights. So how'd you do? If you passed every test, you're good to go. Enjoy your international travel. If you think you may have failed even one of these tests though, it's time to replace that passport. Check out uspassportserviceguide.com, where we have step-by-step guides for exactly how to go through that process. We also have the link down in the description. Need that passport fast? We review the best passport expediting services located around the United States to help you get a replacement as fast as you need it. And if you happen to be caught abroad with a passport that's not going to get you back home, we have some top agencies that can help you with that as well. Don't let a damaged passport ruin your travel plans. Get ahead of it now. So thanks for watching. If we were any help at all, please make sure you like and subscribe. Share this with anybody who you think might have a damaged passport that could use our help. And again, safe travels.